A pleasant day to everyone. So my name is Coomansingh, and this is going to be my paper prototype for my game Empathy. So here we go. So I see you start here. This is you, the player, with 0% sadness. I broke everything down by steps. So step one, you see you have a sad person here. You meet a person who is sad due to a flat tire. So in the game, you either meet a sad person or a sad animal because I made it so that sadness and energy, negative energy or just energy in general, is a universal language, so you can communicate with both people and animals. Right, so you can see a sad person here. As you can see, this is a sadness right here. This darkened version, that is a sadness. I just put a star in him like a shirt, basically. Right. The player is then sent on a task by the affected person in order to replace a flat tire. Again, this is you here with 0% sadness. As you can see, the difference between a flat tire and the inflated new tire, or new wheel rather. So we come here. Go to step 3. The player completes tasks by giving new inflated wheel to a sad person. This is you again, 0% sadness. The sadness on the affected person. Right here, go up to step 4. The player shows gratitude, or person rather, shows gratitude and embraces player, you, which results in the sadness being transferred to you. As you can see here, let me bring that down. You can see the sadness being removed from that person and then into you. Sadness transfer. Then you go to step 5. You can see your mood has definitely changed from bigger smile to a lesser smile. We go to step 5. The player now has stored 25% sadness within themselves, which causes them to become darker. And here's your status update. You, the player, 25% sadness. And over here, I showcase the different levels of sadness, which will be in 25% increments. So this is you with 0% sadness, 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100% respectively. So in the game, I plan on not every task being equivalent to each other, meaning that this person who has just a flat tire, this would be 25% sadness, because this is not a very significant but a decent inconvenience. If it be someone, for example, who would have dropped their ice cream cone on the ground, it would be less sadness because it's even more or less of an inconvenience. It's not something as significant. However, if you would reach up to someone who, for example, either crashed their car or someone who lost a loved one in the game, that person would have nearly 75% to 100 sadness. So what would happen in the instance that you already have sadness within yourself and you encounter someone who has greater sadness than you can occupy? So this is in the game I plan on basically having a sadness disposal system, either through some means of an enjoyable experience. So for example, if you as an individual, when you're feeling sad, a negative mindset, and experiencing negative emotion, something that pokes you back up, makes you happy, is going fishing, eating food, hanging out with friends, watching TV, playing video games. That will be a medium of depositing and disposing of your sadness. So later on in the game, I plan that throughout unlocking different upgrades and perks, your sadness capacity will be increased. So instead of just being able to hold from 0% up to 100%, you'll be able to hold from maybe 0% to maybe 110%, maybe 120, 30, 40, and I might even cap it at maybe 150% full capacity. So in this instance, you'll be able to attend to people who have more dire negative onsets. So someone with more significant tasks, you'll be able to attend to them and progress the story. So as the game begins, the player will mainly encounter people who have minor inconveniences to insignificant negative onsets. Anything from, again, flat tire, dropping of ice cream, and then you'd eventually increase it gradually to, say, someone has a lost animal, or something of that nature, that the intensity of the negative emotions would rise gradually. So you basically wouldn't jump from someone who has a flat tire to someone who just lost a loved one. You would go through it. You would go through it gradually, and as the game progresses, you'll eventually start encountering people who have high degrees of negativity or high degrees of sadness within them, and that is when the significance and the cause of, or not the cause, but the importance of having the upgrades will come into effect. So here, as a whole, this again is my prototype for my pitch of my hopeful game, Empathy.